In August 2003, a pizza delivery man named Brian Wells entered a PNC bank in Pennsylvania. He had a collar bomb attached to his neck, though covered, and passed a note to a teller stating, "Gather employees with access codes to vault and work fast to fill a bag with $250,000. You have only 15 minutes. He demanded this as he revealed the collar bomb. Bank could manage to give him only around $8,000. He left the bank, but police found him at a parking spot 15 minutes away from the bank. Wells told police that the bomb was fitted to him by a group of black men to whom he had gone to deliver a pizza. A few minutes before the bomb squad could come in, the bomb went off, killing Wells. After his death, police looked into his car to find a set of handwritten, complex instructions on what to do after getting the $250,000. Police went after the instructions, but the trail ended cold. Police then started investigating by going to the last location Brian had gone to deliver a pizza. They found the delivery location, which was a TV tower site. There was a house nearby belonging to a man named Rothstein, who said he had no idea about the pizza delivery or the collar bomb. The police were not able to find anything more until Rothstein called 911 after a month, stating that he had a frozen dead body of his ex-girlfriend's husband at his home. Rothstein was arrested immediately, but said it was a murder done by his ex-girlfriend, and he felt horrible about it. He had even written a suicide note, which opened with a curious disclaimer that it had nothing to do with the Wells case. During further investigations, Rothstein explained that somewhere in mid-August, his ex-girlfriend, Marjorie Armstrong, called him and told him that she had killed her living partner, James Roden, and that she needed Rothstein's help to remove the body and hence clean up her home. Rothstein helped her by keeping the corpse in the chest freezer in his garage and also melted down the murder weapon. But after some time, Rothstein was afraid of what Armstrong would do to him, so he called 911. Dale Armstrong was arrested the next day, and she was sentenced to 7 to 20 years in state prison. In the meanwhile, Rothstein died of lymphoma in July 2004. In April 2005, the federal agents who were investigating the collar bomb mystery got a call from the state police officer who had just met Dale Armstrong, stating that Rothstein's suicide note was a lie and that Roden's murder had everything to do with the collar bomb plot. The federal investigators interviewed Dale Armstrong, in which she told that Wells was not just a victim, but had been on the plan, and that Rothstein was the mastermind behind it. But even Dale Armstrong was pointing towards Rothstein. The investigators suspected that she herself was behind the collar bomb plot. Then another twist in the case came in late 2005, when Kenneth Barnes, an old fishing buddy of Dale Armstrong, confirmed the Fed's belief that Dale Armstrong was the mastermind behind the collar bomb plot. He also told that she needed money to pay for her father's murder, so that after his death, she could inherit all the money. In July 2007, almost 4 years after the collar bombing incident, the US Attorney's Office called the news conference announcing that the investigation was finally over and that Dale Armstrong and Kenneth Barnes were charged with carrying out a sensational crime. Some other conspirators, including Rothstein and Wells, were also charged to be involved in the case. But to the people who were closely tracking the case, the government's announcement was severely unsatisfying. And finally came the day of the trial. Barnes was sentenced to 45 years behind bars in September 2008. Dale Armstrong's trial was put on hold due to her mental conditions, and she was diagnosed with glandular cancer. The trial was rescheduled for October the 12th, 2010. First was Kenneth Barnes' chance to speak. He said that Dale Armstrong devised the plan and took help from Rothstein and Wells to execute it. After about 12 days of the trial came Dale Armstrong's chance to speak out her part of the story. She said that she had never met Brian Wells, and she came to know about him on the day of the accident through the news. But the jury didn't buy any facts from her story, and after deliberating for 11 hours, found her guilty of all 3 charges. Charges or armed bank robbery, conspiracy and use of a destructive device in a crime or violence, and finally, the questions had been answered. That's not how Jim Fisher, a retired criminal investigator, sees it. Fisher closely examined the case and studied every small evidence. According to him, there is no way that Marjorie Armstrong planned the collar bomb caper. Because of the complex nature of this crime, he says that there were multiple motives for the offender and the money was not the primary one. Fisher referred to the FBI profile, which states that the bomb builder was comfortable around a wide variety of power tools and was a person who saved scraps of sundry material to reuse them, and was also a person who takes pride in building a variety of things. To Fisher, that sounds like a description of Bill Rothstein. Bill Rothstein, who never accomplished much in life, wanted to prove his brilliance by executing a crime that would grab headlines across the globe and would baffle authorities for years on end. And Fisher says Rothstein ended up winning the game as he died as a free man, and that all the answers will remain hidden forever and ever.